So, I watched 65. Yeah, that new dinosaur movie with Kylo Ren. This is gonna be my first ever movie review that I try, so bear with me because we're starting at the bottom of the barrel for this one. Alright, so off the bat, I'm torn because I feel like I have to give you a spoiler warning for this video, but on the other hand, if you haven't seen this movie, just please don't waste your time. When I saw the announcement for this film before I saw the trailer, I was genuinely excited. From the fact that it was from the writers of A Quiet Place, the hype I had for a dark thriller/horror dinosaur movie was starting to rev me up a bit. With the Jurassic series dumping Dominion on me last year, which, as a lifelong Jurassic Park fan, was an utter disappointment to me, to say the least, I was ready for something fresh. When the trailer started and Adam Driver was like, yo, I'm on this ship and we're crashing, and I've got like 80 passengers with me or something, I was like, okay, basic premise so far, but a big group of people crash landing on an alien dinosaur planet? Sounds like a recipe for a fun movie. But then all the people died. Yep, there was no one left after the crash, just him and one girl. So the stakes for the plot are immediately gone because you know the girl isn't gonna die, and you know they ain't killing off Adam Driver because most of the movie's budget went into getting him to play the role, I'm sure of that. But also because the girl doesn't speak English. Yeah, so there's like no meaningful dialogue in this film at all, really. There's just Adam Driver being frustrated that she doesn't understand him most of the time. And yes, it's like genuine frustration that she doesn't speak English, and I'm just over here like, bro, you spent like the last 3 days with her. You should get it at this point that she doesn't understand you. Take a chill pill, Kylo. Rewinding a bit, basically Kylo Ren lost his daughter to some disease and he's growing a fondness for this girl because she reminds him of his daughter, and that's all the character development in the movie, really. Besides that, they just walk around and get mildly harassed by the ugliest dinosaur designs ever, which we'll get to later. I honestly forget the reason why Adam Driver is transporting a bunch of people in cryostasis in the first place. Some of the stuff in this movie is just in one ear and out the other, if it was even an established plot point at all. But yes, he hits an asteroid field, crashes on a planet, everyone in cryostasis dies, and then he needs to get to the part of the ship that has a working escape pod in it that just split off and fell on a mountain somewhere. The reveal that showed that they were on a dinosaur-infested planet was cool, admittedly. There was really no indication of it until he stepped in a footprint, which is from presumably a T-Rex, immediately being followed up by the title card 65. I was thinking in an alternative reality where we didn't know this was a dinosaur movie, that reveal would have been really cool. After that, the whole movie is just them getting slightly inconvenienced by dinosaurs before Adam Driver shoots them. Yes, even the T-Rex fight at the end of the movie, he mows both of them down with his rifle. That's one thing I have to hand to this film, is the fact that pretty much at the first opportunity he gets, he shoots the dinosaurs. And kills them. Don't get me wrong, I'm not advocating for mass dinosaur slaughter here, but if you were getting cornered by an animal trying to kill you and you had a weapon, would you not use it for self-defense? The Atrociraptor scene in Jurassic World Dominion almost made me pull my hair out when Barry was cornered by Red with a gun on him and he refused to shoot for self-defense. Like, bruh. But anyway, they get attacked by a slew of ugly things and then arrive at the ship where they fight off a couple T-Rexes and then boil this weird cat kaiju thing in a geyser quickly. That's the ending boss fight. Yeah. Well, the girl stabs it in the eye with a bone and then they cook it alive, and that's it. Then they get into an escape pod and shoot up into space as the asteroid that kills all the dinosaurs crashes into Earth. And then, I don't remember if this is hinted at during the movie at all, like I said most of the time, in one ear, out the other with this one, but it was very obviously spoiled in the promotional material and shown during the end credits montage thing, that it turns out this planet isn't an alien planet at all, but rather our own Earth 65 million years ago. The ending shows a time-lapse montage with the Ice Age taking over, then buildings being constructed on the ground where the dinosaurs used to walk. This ending also implies the craziest thing that ended up clicking with me after the film ended. Hear me out. Come closer, okay? Hear me out. Adam Driver is an alien. Short synopsis of the film online say, and I quote, "After a cataclysmic crash on an unknown planet, pilot Mills, Adam Driver, quickly discovers he's actually stranded on Earth. 65 million years ago. But here's the thing. Come here again. Adam Driver doesn't discover this. It's never mentioned in the movie. He never realizes this is Earth. And judging by the end of the movie and the promotional material showing us that this was indeed our planet Earth 65 million years ago, to me, this logically points to Adam Driver being part of an alien race that just happens to look uncannily human. I just can't with this movie. It's nuts. I mean, this is me trying to make sense of what they gave us when they probably just didn't think about it at all, but whatever. And circling back around to the weird kaiju cat thing, let's talk about creature design for a second, because what is this? I'm not gonna waste my time going through each individual design because it's just a waste of time and they're all equally bad, except for these pterosaurs. These pterosaurs were surprisingly okay, I guess, for this movie. One thing character design needs to be successful, in my opinion, is blatantly obvious: character. And these designs feel like they lack soul, passion, and they just lack character. Let me explain further. As much as I'm not a fan of the Giganotosaurus design from Jurassic World Dominion, when you look at it from a general design perspective, it has character. It has a personality to it. The sharp edges everywhere on the design, the gnarly teeth, the mini sail of blades on its back, the big cat's eyes, all look super edgy and menacing in a cringy sort of way, but it's hard to put into words, but it just comes together looking like something and feeling like something, if that makes sense, you know? You can look at the JWD Giga and get a vibe from it. You can get a personality, a character from its visual direction at some capacity. This feels weird complimenting that design, but I guess it just goes to show how bad 65's dinosaurs actually are. When I look at 65's dinosaur/creature designs, they just feel like the only design philosophy here was ugly. And that's it. They lack character, they lack a personality, they lack a direction in their visual design, and even their on-screen presence in their animations and everything. Also, they don't have the excuse anymore of being alien dinosaurs, which would have given them some leeway, I guess, for the weird science fiction plot, but they're presenting these as being actual dinosaurs. I mean, just look at this big cat kaiju thing at the end of the movie. It's simultaneously the most simple and boring concept while also being the craziest and ugliest thing ever. Also, what is this? What is this Trichosaurus-looking monstrosity? Okay, this review has been entirely negative, but I do want to sort of end it by being fair and acknowledging a couple things that I actually liked in the film. Spoiler alert, there's really not much. First of only two things that stood out to me after the movie was the scene where Adam Driver climbed up into a tree to get a vantage point on their location, and I believe a whip scorpion or two climbed out onto his hand, freaking him out, and he fell out of the tree, dislocating his shoulder. The only reason I'm bringing attention to this scene is for the fact that I thought his acting was really good. Adam Driver is a really good actor, and I don't want to throw any shade at him whatsoever. I really genuinely like him as an actor. He was just in a horrible movie, and that wasn't his fault at all. It genuinely had me immersed for a short amount of time, and it really felt like he was in a lot of pain, so good job, Adam Driver. They then proceeded to be attacked by a group of Lagosuchus. Yes, those are Lagosuchus. Moving on. The other scene I more so liked conceptually. There's a point in the film where the two characters get separated in a dark cave system, and Adam Driver is being hunted by an oviraptorid of some kind. And he can't see anything, so he takes this scanner thing out and scans around him to search for it. And when he looks at the scanner, you can see the silhouette of the oviraptor hovering like right behind him on the device, like just over his shoulder in the dark. I thought that was a neat little concept instead of just doing a typical jump scare or something, which this movie does plenty of anyway, so I wanted to bring attention to it. But yeah, that's 65. It's a shame. This movie had potential to be simple, but a lot of fun. And I know this one has seemingly gone through development hell. I think the whole movie was refilmed, and the previous version of the film had like a Triceratops as the final boss, which would have been way cooler than whatever that thing is at the end of the movie. But yeah, don't watch it. Don't waste your time. It's not great. Also, I didn't mention it, but pretty much every shot of the dinosaurs in this movie are in the trailer. Yeah, there's like barely any extra footage of them in the movie. It's crazy. The only reason why I was so excited for this movie initially, even though it looked like it was probably going to be a train wreck from the start in retrospect, was the fact that I wanted dinosaurs to be popular in cinema outside of Jurassic Park. And this was such an opportunity for it, and I have a feeling like this movie is just going to go down as a failure now, and we're just going to keep getting Jurassic Park stuff, which is fine. There's still potential we could get a cool Jurassic movie that's just you know, a side story or something, but whatever. But yeah, let me know what you thought of my first ever movie review. Leave a comment down below, subscribe if you're new, leave a like down below as well if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in my next video. So take care, and bye-bye.